We are on breaking news from New Haven tonight. The city and police chief Dean Esserman being sued by a city employee. This is just the latest in a string of incidents that has the chief in hot water. Hi, everybody. Glad you're with us tonight. I'm Darren Kramer.
And I'm Ann Craig. That lawsuit was filed just yesterday, and it alleges that Chief Esserman bullied an administrative assistant for years, sometimes in front of other officers and other employees. News 8's Jackie Slater sifted through those court documents, and she joins us now live in New Haven. Jackie.
Yeah, good evening, Darren. And the woman filing the complaint is the administrative assistant of Chief Dean Esserman. According to the affidavit, she has worked for the police department for the past 20 years. She says Esserman has berated her and put her down on several occasions. Now, the main focus of the complaint is an incident that happened on June 14th of this year. For nearly 2 decades, Phyllis Verdoliva has worked in the office of the chief for the New Haven Police Department. An affidavit filed by the law offices of Patricia Cofrancesco says Verdoliva has repeatedly been subjected to a pattern of bullying behavior by Chief Dean Esserman and claims she isn't the only one who has had issues. Documents say that on June 14th, the confrontation between Verdoliva and Esserman resulted in Esserman screaming at her in the office, quote, at the top of his lungs, "Do you have a problem? Is there something wrong with you?" Verdoliva claims 2 days later, Esserman called her into his office and she told him never to speak to her like that again. The complaint says Esserman feigned ignorance, saying, "I don't know what you mean." The complaint goes on to say this was just the latest issue involving the chief. It says, quote, upon the respondent Esserman's arrival at the police department on November 18th, 2011, he immediately began his reign of terror, regularly bullying me and engaging in arrogant, condescending treatment of me and other females. Verdoliva says Esserman will ask her on a daily basis, what's the problem today? Verdoliva claims other employees have witnessed the harassment. A list of 16 people given to the Commission on Human Rights and Opportunities includes Assistant Chiefs Anthony Campbell and Louis Casanova. Verdoliva says since the June incident, she has suffered from anxiety and is seeking to be transferred from the department to another position in the city. Again, this is just the latest issue involving Chief Esserman. Now, his leave of absence right now because of misconduct, an incident in which he allegedly berated a waitress at Archie Moore's restaurant here in New Haven. And earlier this month, the police union passed a no confidence vote in the chief. Now, we did speak with the city this evening. They say they do not comment on pending litigation. We're going to continue to follow this story and bring you new information as we get it. For now, live in New Haven, Jackie Slater, News 8.